everybody, this is Andi Kravljaca from Silent Call, and today I'm going to be doing a lesson, which is a first for me. A lot of you have been getting in touch with me over a certain technique that I've used in videos like this one, and this one. It's called a harmonic tap bend, and the question is basically, how's it done? Well, here you are, a lesson on how to do the harmonic tap bend. Now, the harmonic tap bend is a technique I use in some of my solos to achieve a really cool harmonic noise in a context where it's rarely heard. The harmonic tap bend rests on three individual techniques: tapping, bending, and natural harmonics. Now, combining all three of these techniques requires a really well-developed dexterity of both the left and the right hand, since it is the pinky of the right hand that is performing the harmonic in the harmonic tap bend. The whole thing starts with a bend. I usually bend up to the fifth on the G string, since harmonics are really easy to induce there. I'll then tap the octave note with the index or middle finger of my right hand, and then use the pinky of my right hand to induce a harmonic 12 frets above that, or where 12 frets would be if the guitar had that many frets. Let me show you. So as I said, the whole thing starts with a bend. G string up onto the fifth. So that's... Then with the middle finger of my right hand, I'll tap the octave note on top of that. And then with my pinky, I'll find 12 frets above that, or where that would be, snap that on. So that's... Now, each of these three techniques of bending, tapping, and harmonics has to be mastered individually before they can be combined into the harmonic tap bend. We'll start with bending, or more importantly, bending in tune. Now, this sounds simple, but I've heard surprisingly accomplished guitarists who don't really seem to understand or grasp the importance of this. And especially in the harmonic tap bend, where we're playing up here on the body of the guitar, the margins of error are so small, you have to be spot on. So, needs to be... The second technique is tapping a note onto a bend, or bending and then tapping. I'll show you. Okay, here's an example of tapping a note onto a bend. Now, we've seen this technique applied in numerous solos, and it differs from regular tapping in that it sounds a bit more musical and a bit more unexpected. It plays with our expectations of where the music is going to go, and because of that, it's a really interesting thing to put in your solos. The third technique is that of the harmonic. Now, most commonly you'll see this applied as so-called flageolets on an open string. You can find easily accessible flageolets on the 12th, 7th, and 5th frets on any open string. The thing is, what do you do when the note you want to embellish isn't on an open string? Let's say on the 3rd fret. The key here is to simply brush your finger against the string, 12 frets above your starting note. So 3rd fret becomes 3 plus 12, 15th fret. The same goes when doing a harmonic on a bend. Take the 6th fret B string, then bend one whole tone. Where does your harmonic end up? 6 plus 12 equals 18. It's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you just lightly touch the string there. Try bending back like I did. That's a really neat effect. Try a few different places on the fretboard and a few different scales to make sure you really grasp the technique. Now I always wanted to find a way to combine these three techniques into a single motion. A bend, then a tap, then a harmonic. That would mean moving the note up almost 2 entire octaves, using 3 different techniques, all at once. I knew if I ever found a way, it would sound really cool. The trouble was that both tapping the note and doing the harmonic used up my right hand, so I couldn't figure out how to do it. Now for a while I tried playing it like this. But this was really inaccurate, and I could just feel that it wasn't the right way to do it. And a few years back, I'm sitting at a friend's house and I'm watching a John Mayung video. I can't remember the song, but he did this thing with flageolets or open note harmonics all over the neck. And when he couldn't move his hand fast enough, he would just slam it with his pinky like this and induce a harmony. And that's when I knew I had it. I just ran home and had to adapt this to the guitar. And it took a while to adapt, but I managed to find a way. To start with, I'll bend the note, usually onto the 5th on the G string. Then tap the octave note, and then transport my pinky onto where 12 frets above that would be, and just lightly touch the string. Now if I'm playing in D minor, the bend to the 5th is going to be on fret 12 on the G string. I bend a whole step, then tap the octave, which is the D, the 15th fret, and then try to find the place where 15 plus 12 equals 27, the 27th fret would be. Now this is really easy for all you guys out there with 34 fret comparison or Washburn guitars, but for the rest of us, it's back to the drawing board for a while. And what I do next is to bend the 15th fret a whole step up, so I end up on a D again. Then I tried finding the harmonic by noodling around for a while. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Getting close. That was it. So try to memorize exactly where this point is. Up here, there's absolutely no margin for error. So that's 12th fret, bend, tap, harmonic. You simply bend the note back down. But you have to remember not to release the tap note with your right hand, or your harmony will die. If that's hard, or you want to do something else, you can use the Floyd Rose with your pinky to bend the note back down. You just have to remember to get it close to your hand before you do the trick, because you can't go and get it. Now it's really important to have a lot of distortion for this. You hear a lot about this stuff, you don't really need high gain to play solos and everything. Yeah, that's true, but for this you really need a lot of distortion. I mean, you can create an open note flageolet using almost anything, even an acoustic guitar. But up here, when you're doing flageolets, all the way up here, there's very little motion in the string, so whatever you have needs to be really, really amplified. So preferably using a bridge pickup with a lot of treble and a lot of distortion to get that really crisp and to get the harmonic to kind of reinforce itself. Good luck with your harmonic tap bends. I think you'll realize what it is once you try it. Have a good one.